Welcome to the County Seat. I'm your host, Chad Booth. We have a great show lined up for you today, a couple of interesting topics. The first one is search and rescue. You know, there are 54 million acres in the state of Utah. Most of that is open land, either forests, BLM lands, state lands, backcountry lands. What happens when you run into trouble out there? Your car stalls, you get injured, you're trapped, your plane goes down. Who is it that comes to get you? Well, it happens to be the county search and rescue departments. There are 29 of them around the state. And the things that they accomplish are pretty remarkable. Here with the story is Susan Wood.
It's a beautiful day in the backcountry. You're enjoying the silence and splendor of nature. One slip, however, one stumble, and your outdoor trek becomes a cautionary tale at best, a frantic search followed by a tragic news report at worst. In order to keep the latter from happening, counties have developed search and rescue programs that often are the difference between good news and bad.
Everybody comes to see the sights. A lot of them not prepared. So they go out to find the certain areas that they're looking for and they get lost. And our statutory job is search and rescue. Go find them, help them where we can.
The County Sheriff's Office is so indebted to our search and rescue unit simply because it's the best deal in town for the counties. These are volunteer, and most of the counties, some of the bigger counties have people that are paid that are liaisons with the volunteer groups. But on the whole, they're totally a volunteer group. You know, we not only recruit them for search and rescue efforts, we ask that they be trained in some medical expertise, in climbing, in diving, in going down in caves, ropes and stuff like that. So it's a great deal. I mean, we could not do what we do as sheriff's offices throughout the state of Utah without our search and rescue units.
Plans go awry, wrong turns are taken. In an area as enormous as the Utah backcountry, it's easy to find yourself turned around, out of water, and in need of help. Luckily, in Utah's counties, help is on the way. Most of us think very little about the chances of needing a rescue when out and about, either recreating or just driving down the highway. The possibility exists, nonetheless, and these are the people training to save our lives in the outdoors. Volunteers from ATV clubs, hiking enthusiasts, Lake Powell boaters, even pilots all come together to form a team that is in no way under the shadow of professional rescue groups in large metropolitan areas. Today, along the rocky outcroppings that make this area so unique, a search and rescue team is on the rappel, practicing one of the most common rescues in their arsenal. These volunteers train to be ready at any given time in any number of dangerous circumstances, including natural disasters that may strike without warning.
We meet once a month, and each month we'll have a different program, different class, CPR, first aid, first responder. And we try to keep all of our guys as certified as we can so that we are competent and capable when we do get out there.
Even with the most up-to-date equipment and training, the best rescue plan is the one that never takes place, leaving the final responsibility for our safety in our own hands. But the best laid plans can still go awry, and thinking ahead can make all the difference.
The one job that would make search and rescue a lot easier, it doesn't matter what you do or where you go or how you go there, but have somebody with that information. You know, we get calls out in my county that says, well, they went into the West Desert. That right there is just a huge area. So if you tell them where you're at, where you're expected to be, and where you're expected to come back, and if you're not going to be back on time, call them. The more we can narrow down a specific search site, the much more we can do for that particular person.
You never know when a perfect day will turn into a nightmare due to surprise weather, a fall, or just bad planning. It's nice to know that the county search and rescue team is ready to pull you out of trouble when needed. For the County Seat, I'm Susan Wood.
Many of the counties across the state, like the Wasatch Front counties, have paid personnel from the Sheriff's Department that are assigned to search and rescue. They do that in the form of canyon patrols or things of that nature. However, in most of the rural counties of the state, search and rescues all volunteer, and they report to the sheriff. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll be talking about partisan politics. Is there really a place for it in county government? We'll check it out.
In order for there to be adventure, there must first be a land that offers it. In order for there to be discovery, there must first be something undiscovered. It's time you discovered northeastern Utah's dinosaur lands, the trails, water, beauty, and history that have been 65 million years in the making. Take your journey to a destination where adventure is only limited by your imagination. Join us in Uinta County, Undiscovered Utah. Almost 45% of the oil produced in Utah, 7.8 million barrels, comes from Duchesne County. That oil feeds our state economy, provides job growth, and supports local business. Here in Duchesne County, we're working to make Utah an economic, cultural, and technological leader. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Duchesne County will welcome you with open arms and invite you to explore all the beauty of the Uinta Mountains. Duchesne County, close enough for business, far enough to get away.
Starring your own Western adventure right here in Utah's Kane County.